Welcome to my channel, Ruby Neck Crochet Tejido. Today I'm going to teach you how to crochet this beautiful piece. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one piece. It's the combination with the hat that I did before, the same yarn. It's a beautiful set. It will keep you nice and warm. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see an English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel. Then you'll find the English version in there. Also, you can send me a message and I can send you the link. And at the end of the video, I always leave the link of a playlist with all my English tutorials. For this design, this is the material I'm gonna use. This is leftover yarn that I have from this hat. That is absolutely gorgeous, very easy to do and very fast. In a couple hours you can do this, like it's very fast. The thing that takes a little bit longer is this border, and this is very fast to do. And I absolutely love it. The color is amazing. That was what I pulled out of this one, and only I used those three colors. Here in the back I had a little piece of yellow, but it look amazing. So I'm gonna leave the link at the end of the tutorial, or here you're gonna see an eye. You click on that, you can go there. Honestly, if I knew that I don't gonna have enough to do this, and I have found this from my leftover, I could have done the border of this color and then continue with the rest. Probably have looked nicer, but well, that's the way things work out. So I'm gonna use these to do the top of this design. That way it's one solid color, but all the colors go, you see, pretty much exactly the same, so it's perfect. So I'm leaving the link of this one just in case you want to do the hat as well. So this one is caron cake, rainbow sprinkle, medium 4, 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and when I started was 200 grams. And this one is from another caron cake that I have there left over. So the crochet hook, 6 millimeter. You're gonna need tapestry, needle and scissors, and measurement tape. I'm gonna start with a magic circle, and I do my magic circle very easy. I wrap around my finger, I take the loop out, pass the hook, pass the yarn through, and there you have your magic circle. And you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and that counts as the first double crochet of 3. So that's 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna have 4 of this group with the chain 2 for separation. So that's 1, you chain 2, you do another one, 1, 2, and 3. I have 2, chain 2, yarn over, and 3. You have 3 groups, chain 2, and you're gonna do your 4th one. If you don't like to start with a magic circle, you can start with a chain of 4, but I recommend a magic circle and 4. And you're gonna pull that tail, and you have your first row like this. I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Turn my work around. I'm gonna do 3 double crochet and the chain 2 space, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2 chains, and 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3 in the same space. I'm gonna chain 1, and I'm gonna work in the center here in the chain 2 space. I'm gonna do 3 double crochet, I'm gonna chain 2, 3 double crochet in the same space, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and a double crochet on top of this double crochet. That way it looks exactly the same as the other side. And there you finish row 2. I'm gonna start row 3. I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, turn my work around, and I'm gonna work in here. This stitch always will stay the same, so you're gonna do 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2 and 3 double crochet, and 3. You're gonna chain 1 and you're gonna do a double crochet in that chain 1 space. So I already have a scarf with this design, but we're gonna change the design a little bit, and it's just the lower part because we're gonna work on the top part as well. And right now I don't have the space, but later I'll be doing this puff stitch as well as we work. So I'm gonna chain 2, and you see this one stay the same. 1, 2 and 3, chain 1, and in here I'm gonna do a double crochet, chain 1, and then here again you're gonna do the stitch, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and you're gonna finish with the double crochet on top of this one here. And the other design, I don't have this double crochet in here because we created a nice border, but for this one we need to have a straight edge in order to work the top part of the piece. So now we're gonna work in row 4. We're gonna work on row number 4, 1, 2 and 3, turn your work around, and again you're gonna do the same in the chain 2 space, that always stay the same on the 3 points. So that's 1, 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the same space, 1, 2 and 3. You're going to chain 1, and the chain 1 space you're going to do V stitch, a double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet, chain 1, and that chain 1 space again you're going to do a V stitch, a double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet, chain 1 again. In this point you're going to do exactly the same, 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the same space, and 3, chain 1, in this chain 1 space the V stitch, a double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet, chain 1, again in here we're going to do the V stitch, chain 1, and then the point, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. A double crochet and top of the third double crochet, and here for the border. And like that you finish row 4. We're gonna work on 5. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna turn your work around. You're gonna work this stitch. Remember, in here, in the center, and in here, they always stay the same. Chain 1 and chain 1 space. You're gonna do only one of these half of the puff stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're gonna close those, yarn over and close the top. You're gonna chain 1. You see, and instead of doing a double crochet, I did that. Now here in the V stitch, you're gonna do a double crochet. Chain 1, and here you're supposed to do an increase with the V stitch, and instead we're going to do the puff stitch again, but with that increase. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to close those, yarn over and close those two. Chain 1, yarn over, and do exactly the same in the same space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Close those, yarn over and close those two loops and chain 1. You see, the chain 1s is the one that increase the stitches in between. So yarn over, you're going to do exactly the same what you're supposed to do here. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to chain 2, and again you're going to do the 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. Again we're going to do the increase just right beside that one in that chain 1 space, and we're going to do it with a puff stitch. So you're going to do yarn over, and here 1, yarn over, 2, yarn over, 3, yarn over, 4. You're going to close all those yarn over and then close those two loops. Chain 1 again. You're going to do the repetition in the same space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to close those yarn over, close the loops, and chain 1. You're going to do a double crochet inside the V stitch, chain 1, and then in that chain 1 space you're going to do one of these. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're gonna close those 4, chain 1, a double crochet inside the V-stitch, chain 1, and the puff stitch. You always have to remember to do the chain 1 in between stitches, because when I record in Spanish I miss 2 chain 1s. But since I have to undo the work to record in English, that was fine. So chain 1, and again in the same space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Close the yarn over, close the stitches, chain 1, yarn over, and then the stitch in here. 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2 chains, 3 double crochet in the same space, 1, 2, and 3, and a double crochet and top at the 3rd double crochet, and like that you finish row 5. You see, with some puff stitches to match the hat. Now we're gonna work in number 6. I'm gonna work in number 6 now, and again you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work around, yarn over. You always have to do the same in here. 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do the increase with a V-stitch. You're going to chain 1. You see, you always have to chain 1 in between stitches. So in this chain 1 space, you're going to do a V-stitch, a double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet in the same space. Now you're going to chain 1, you're going to do a double crochet in between these 2 puff stitch, chain 1, a double crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 1, a double crochet in here, chain 1, a double crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 1, a double crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 1, a double crochet in between these 2 puff stitch, and chain 1, and in here the V-stitch, a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet in the same space. Now you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to do the center stitch, and like that you're going to do exactly the same on the other side of this. 1 and 2 and 3 double crochet. And it look like this, and you see in the next row, and here is where the V-stitch goes. I finished the round 6. Now in round 7 you're gonna do exactly the same. You're gonna chain 3, you're gonna do the stitch in here, you're gonna chain 1, in this chain 1 space you're gonna do the V stitch, and then you're gonna chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and you'll continue until you get here at the last chain space that you will do the V stitch, chain 1, and then you do this, and then you'll chain 1, V stitch, and then chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and so on until you get here that you will do again the V stitch, chain 1, and do the stitch and finish with a double crochet and top of this third double crochet. You will chain 3 and do this stitch, and then you will continue with that repetition, always doing the increase in here and here, and the puff stitch you're going to do in whichever row you want. So I'm going to do row 7, and I'm going to check if I do the puff stitch. I think it's too soon to do the puff stitch in number 8, but maybe in number 9. So I will show you number 7, and then I will show you one more time when I do the puff stitch, and then from there you can continue working until you have the length that you can close the circumference on the back to work the top of the piece. So I will keep track on the amount of rows, and I will let you know how many rows I will do for mine in order to finish that part and work on the top. This is what I sometimes I don't like from carrot cake, is this was the only little piece of blue that came inside the bowl. Not even enough for half of a row. It had a knot and between the red and the blue. I thought it was gonna be enough, but when I start pulling out, only this little piece. Unbelievable. So in order to add some blue, I grab this red heart with wool, and I'm gonna do a few rows with that, and then I'll continue with the carrot cake. So I'll redo that row again with the blue. So I have to do only 3 yarn overs on this one, not 4, because this medium 4 is a little bit thicker than the carrot cake. So I was doing 4 and then I started to open like that, and then I decided to do the yarn over with 3 only. That way it's almost the same size as this one in here. They are not too bulky, so you have to change around, play around with your yarn in order to get it right. I like it with the blue, that's why I decided to do a different blue. But it's a shame that it's not exactly the same. Here I have the desired length in order to close the circumference on the back. So let me count the rows in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 rows. So the puff stitch I did in row 5, in row 9, and row 13 and 15. I finished with the row of the puff stitch at the end. So now I'm going to show you how you're going to close the circumference. Here I did the puff stitch. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to the chain 1 space, and I'm going to pass the loop, and then I'm going to chain 1 like this. Let me zoom in, that way you guys can see better. A little bit closer, that way you guys can see. I'm going to pass it through this chain space, pass the loop, and chain 1 like this. Now yarn over, I'm gonna do my 3 double crochet, and here in the chain 2 space, 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna chain 1. I'm gonna pass my hook through the chain 2 space, and I'm gonna chain 1. Yarn over, my 3 double crochet in the same space. I'm gonna chain 1, 2, and 3, and I'm gonna do a slip stitch on the 3rd chain here, and we close the circumference. And now we're gonna work at the top of the neck warmer. I'm gonna work in my first round, and I'm gonna continue from this point. If you don't want to work from there, you want to work from the center, you can chain 1, cut the yarn, and start working from the center. The signs is on the back. It's okay to work from this point here. I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, and this chain 3 space that I have here, I'm gonna do 3 double crochet 1, 2, and 3. Now here I have a sideways double crochet, and I'm gonna do 1 double crochet, and this part of the double crochet I'm gonna do another double crochet that I don't gonna finish, and then I'm gonna come here where that little hole that you have there, where you did that double crochet, and here, and you're gonna do a double crochet, and then you're gonna close those 3 loops. I'm doing a decrease because I already done a couple of rounds, and I did a double crochet on each space for 3 in each space, and it was too many, and they started to open like that, and then I decided to do those decrease, that way it'll be a little bit more straight. So, and the chain 3 space, 3 double crochet, and 3. Where you have the double crochet, you're gonna do a double crochet, and then you're gonna do another double crochet here that you don't gonna finish, and you go in here where the double crochet is, and then you're gonna close those 3, and then now the chain 3 space, 3 double crochet, and like that you're gonna continue working this round, and you're gonna finish with a slip stitch on the 3rd chain. I finished first round, and I did quite a few decreases here in the center because I tried to do this a couple of times, and always I get a point here, and then I say I'm gonna do extra decrease in the first round to see if that work. So I did these 3 double crochet, and here together in the top, the 2 chain space here I did them together on the top, and these 3 double crochet together in the top, and then at the end the 2 chain space before the chain that we start with, I did them together. So let me show you how I did these 3 together. I don't like to leave anything without explanation. So I did 1 double crochet that didn't finish. The second one again, I have 3 loops, and I did the third one, 4 loops. I'm gonna close those 4 loops, and then I'm gonna do a double crochet in the next chain space, and the last 2 I'm gonna do a double crochet that I don't gonna finish, and over, and another double crochet. I'm gonna close those 3 loops and a slip stitch on the 3rd chain, and then that is how I finish this first round. Now I'm gonna chain 3, and I'm gonna do a double crochet on top of each double crochet all the way around, and I'm gonna finish with a slip stitch on the 3rd chain. I decrease again this, you know, I have this decrease stitch, this one in the center, and this one. So these 3 I did it as one, and I think now I don't gonna have that bulk in here. I think it's nice and even now. It's more straight. So So now for round 3, I'm gonna chain 3 and I'm gonna do a double crochet on top of each double crochet, no decrease or anything, just double crochet. All the way around. I finished round 3. Now I'm gonna chain 1. I'm gonna do a single crochet in the same space, and I'm gonna chain 1. Now we're gonna do half double crochet on each double crochet space. So just half double crochet. Once I finish this round, I will meet you here. I finished with the slip stitch on the chain space. Now you're gonna chain 3. And you're gonna do a double crochet on the back strand. You see you have these 2, so in the back you have the 3rd one. See, you have those 2, but in the back is the 3rd one. And you're gonna create a diagonal chain in here. I finished with a slip stitch on the 3rd chain. Now I'm gonna do some puff stitches like this, but not the double crochet in between. So I'm gonna chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, yarn over. I'm gonna skip this double crochet. I'm gonna go to the next one, and I'm gonna do the puff stitch, but only with 3 strands or 3 yarn over. That's 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna close those 3, close the top, and then chain 1, yarn over, skip that double crochet, go to the next one, and do exactly the same. 1, 2, and 3. Close them here, and chain 1, yarn over, skip that double crochet, go to the next one, and do the stitch. 2, and 3. Pass it through, close the top, and chain 1, and like that I'm gonna work all the way around. I finished that round. I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and in that chain space in here I'm gonna do a double crochet, and top of this puff stitch I'm gonna do a double crochet. In the chain space in between the stitches, a double crochet, and on top of this stitch a double crochet, and like that I'm gonna do again all the double crochet that I have from this row before. Place them back like so. So after that I'm gonna do a row or half double crochet, and then I will work in the row after that and the back strand exactly as this one. After that I'm gonna continue working until I have the desired length, alternating some of these stitches that I'm done in here. So this is what I have left from that ball of yarn. I don't know if with this I will have the desired length. If I don't have the desired length, I probably will do a few with the blue, or I will finish with this. So I don't know yet because I had to be working off camera that. So I'm gonna finish this round. I will show you what I look like, and then from there you can continue with half double crochet, and then doing in the back strand double crochet and the puff stitch if you want. It's up to you. So I decided to do the half double crochet on the back strand of the double crochet. That way the separation in between is this row of double crochet, you see, because this half double crochet is in the lower part, and if I do half double crochet and then the back strand, you'll have that a little extra. This don't gonna be in the center. So what I'm gonna do is in that same space where I did the slip stitch, I'm gonna chain one and do a single crochet and chain one, yarn over. If you look at this one here, just the first one is a little bit more difficult to find the back strand, but you pass through that one and the other one on the other side, and then when you flip your hook to the back, there is the back strand, and you do the half double crochet again. You see here you have these two, you pass over under those two, and when you do this, there is the back strand. You see, because the back strand is under there, and then you do this, and you'll have the same look on the other side, and then you will do your half double crochet all the way until the end. So after that, you will continue working. You see, it's perfect. So you will decide how you want to do the repetition in here after you finish this row. So what I'm gonna do in the next one is double crochet on top of each half double crochet. This time in this side I don't gonna do the back strand because I already created it here. So I will grab the half double crochet just like a regular half double crochet with a row of double, and from there I will do the rest, and I will see you here when I have the desired length. I did one more repetition, the half double crochet and a row of double crochet, and I'm working with this one. I don't use any more of the blue. I just decided just to finish with this, and then I want to finish with the blue. So now what I'm gonna do is the crab stitch in here on the border. That is a backward single crochet like this. So it's a backward single crochet on each double crochet to give it a nice finishing border like this. Let me zoom in, that way you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So you're gonna pass it through the stitch in the back, you grab the strand, pass it to the front, and those two strands together. You see the trick of the crab stitch is when you grab that strand, and here is to have it on the front of the hook. Like this. You'll give a really nice border to your part of the cowl or neck warmer. Now I'm gonna hide all these ends, and I use all the leftover that I have from the Crochet except for this little bit of the blue, because it wasn't enough to do a full row or round, and that's why I used the other blue, a few grams of the blue to do this little piece. And I use some of this as well. You see what is missing inside there to finish these few rows or rounds. So now I'm gonna lose the ends and sew the handmade tag, and I'll put it on the mannequin and I will show you the end result. Well, this is the end result, and I absolutely love the way this set turned out. I love the color combination. That is the nice neck warmer covering your chest, that way you're nice and warm, and with the hat it look amazing. Beautiful set, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I absolutely love it, and I hope you guys like it, and give it a try and thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this beautiful set and you want to send me some picture, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Ne Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Ne Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family and in groups. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.